Hi, this is Kim from Emerging Creatively Tutorials, and this is ECT TV, episode 11. So today I am going to teach you how to make a pair of really cute earrings using wire and chain and beads. The great part of these earrings is that you can really customize them to however you want. What I love about working with wire is that once you kind of get the hang of it and get over the initial fear of using it and get more confident, you can really make anything you can imagine with wire. It's great. So I'm going to give you a basic design, and then you can make your earrings that way, or you can start using wire and change it up and, you know, come up with other designs for your earrings. So let's get started. I actually just wrote a blog post about how I'm bipolar and how I deal with creativity and being bipolar and sort of the onslaught of ideas that you can sometimes get. I actually think that my techniques can work for anybody who is creative. So I talked about my note card system. So when I get a bunch of ideas, I actually put them down on note cards. Each idea goes on a note card, and then I put them in this note card box. And I have different categories, but I also sometimes will just get a bunch of ideas and shove them in the box and go through them later when I'm feeling a little more focused. So I like to use one note card per idea because it's easier for me to go through and organize them, but you might prefer to use a notebook or something like that. I've tried that. It doesn't work for me. It just puts me still into a state of overwhelm when I open up the notebook, and the note cards I can sort out and categorize, and or if just pick one out and do that. So the design for these earrings comes from one of these note cards, and I had an idea. I was working on something else completely unrelated, had this idea, jotted it down, drew it out on a note card, and now I'm going to teach you how to make these earrings today. Alright, so for this project you're going to need 2 beads. You can use any 2 beads that you like, but when you're picking out beads, kind of think about how heavy they are and the fact that they're going to be hanging from your ears, so you don't want them to be, you know, too heavy, or it might pull out your earring hole. You're going to need 20 gauge wire. You're going to need some chain. I'm using really thin chain, but you know, you can use whatever chain you like or what you might have available. Earring wires, or you can make your own earring wires. You'll need 2 head pins. I'm actually going to make my own head pins out of this wire, or you can just use pre-made head pins. You'll need round nose pliers, chain nose pliers. I'm going to use bent nose pliers, or you can just use another pair of pliers that you have. Wire cutters, and you'll need, this isn't necessarily required if you don't happen to have it, but this is a nylon hammer and then a steel block, or if you have an anvil or something like that. But if you don't have that, you can still make these earrings. You'll also need 4 4mm jump rings. So the first thing I'm going to do is to make 2 bead dangles. So I'm actually going to make my own head pins, and I've gone into this on other videos how to make head pins. I'm going to make spiral head pins. So I'm going to cut this 20 gauge, it's half hard wire, to about 3 inches. And then just make sure each side is a flush cut, so that's the back of your wire cutters. And then you just get your round nose pliers. And like I said, I'm just going to go through this pretty quick, but I have a video on how to make spiral head pins, so if you need more help, you can go to that, or on my website there are tutorials with it too. So first, you just make a loop in the wire, and it kind of looks like a P. And then you take your chain nose pliers, put the loop right in the middle of them, and then you're just going to spiral around. So you just sort of hold the loop, push up with the wire, and you just keep going around. And I go around twice. So you kind of end back up where you started from. And then you just take your chain nose pliers and bend the wire back so it is straight above the spiral you've made. And then it's going to repeat that for the second head pin. So now I have my 2 head pins, and if you just want to use, you know, just the regular store-bought head pins, that's fine. And I'm going to make 2 bead dangles from them. And again, if you need more help, I have a whole episode on just how to make a bead dangle, so you can check that out if you need some assistance with that. So I'm just going to make both of these into bead dangles. Okay, so I have my 2 bead dangles, and we're just going to put them to the side for now. Alright, so we're going to be now making this bottom part of the earring here, where the dangle is going to hang, and you'll see there's a loop in the middle. So that is what we're going to work on right now. So you're going to take the wire you just cut, and I just kind of try to loosely find the middle, kind of eye it, and then you're going to stick your round nose pliers in the middle, and at this point I just kind of try to double check and see, okay, that I'm centered. And then to make this as simple as possible and to see it, make sure it's in the middle, I just go ahead and wrap it around like this, and then kind of push the ends up just a little bit. So you end up something like this. And then just repeat that for your other wire as well, because we're going to make matching earrings. And then we're going to make 2 loops, one on either side, and that's what's going to hook into the chain. So just hold the wire toward the end of your round nose pliers, and the wire should not be poking up through, but it should be at the top here. And I'll show you how I have the loop is in toward me, and then I am going to be wrapping away from me. So then you just twist your wrist away from you, and you're going to be wrapping the wire around the plier at the same time, go as far as you can, and then just readjust, come back, and twist your wrist again to finish the loop. And now we're going to do it again on the other side. Again, the loop is facing toward me. The wire is not poking out the top. And you're just going to make another loop. Alright, and then you just repeat that for your second wire. Alright, so now I have my 2 wires, and now what I'm going to do is go ahead and hammer them with my nylon hammer, or you can use a rawhide to strengthen this. And if you don't have a hammer, like a jewelry hammer, that's fine. This part, you should be fine. Really, the wire should be able to hold up without it. Alright, now we're going to cut the chain, and that's for this part of the earring. I'm going to cut it to 1 inch, but really, as long as you cut them all the same length, it doesn't matter that much how long they are. So you're going to need 4 pieces of chain, all the same length. And when I'm working, this is a very thin chain that I'm using. So sometimes I just get a head pin, sort of hang them all on here so I can easily just measure them to each other. And just cut 4 lengths, all the same length. Alright, so now I'm going to take my 4mm jump rings, and I'm going to open them. I'm just going to open 2 of them for now. And then I'm going to attach 2 chains together with 1 jump ring. Alright, and now, returning to our little scroll thing we made here, the 2 ends, the loops, we're going to open. It's going to open one side, and then the other end of the chain I'm going to place into that loop and then close it. And you can open it just the same way you do a jump ring. So you're going to just pull it kind of toward you, not open it this way, but this way. So don't pull it open wide, just kind of twist it this way. And, you know, just far enough that you can put the chain in there and then close it back up again. And there we go. And then repeat that for the other earring as well. Alright, now we're going to open up 2 more jump rings, and we're going to go ahead and add the bead dangles. So I'm just attaching them to this middle loop, and then I'm putting the jump ring there, and then adding the bead dangle. And then repeat it for the second earring. And now I'm just going to open up my earring wires. And again, it's very similar to opening up a jump ring or how we opened up the loops here on the earring. You just kind of hold your earring wire and take your chain nose pliers and move it toward you. And then the jump ring that you added the two chains together, just slide that on there. And then repeat for the second earring. Oops. And then you have a beautiful pair of unique earrings. And of course, you can customize these by using different beads. And I made this pair with a kind of funkier little spiral. And then they hang just like a little bit off to the side, which at first I wasn't sure about, but now I really kind of like. So, just kind of use your imagination, your creativity, and make yourself some earrings. Well, I hope you like learning how to make your earrings. I have a photographic tutorial, so this tutorial in photographs, on my website at the link below. And if you sign up for my email newsletter, I send out each week's tutorials to my subscribers via PDF, so you can download or print the tutorial and take it to your work table to refer to while you're working. So to get future episodes, make sure you sign up for my newsletter. Thanks for watching.